This is such an important movie.
Thank
It's
you.
such an important project because this is a picture that so many of us have seen. I remember seeing it in history books,
Yes,
but didn't know the
exactly.
story
Didn't know the story,
until
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Why it's so important to you?
You know, it's been heralded as one of the first viral images, right? So cameras were new, and that image was called Whipped Peter went around the world in a way that changed human minds around the idea of slavery. And, you know, as an artist, you always hope that to be able to do service to a story like that. So my hope is that this film can have a lot of the same effect as it goes around the world, to be able to open the hearts and minds of people about the plight of blacks in America, but also the human tragedy of just wanton violence against one another.
And also, this is a story, too, you've said that's about faith. It's about freedom. It's about love.
Yep.
It's not just a slave movie.
No, this is definitely a freedom movie. It's a movie about the power of faith, the power of family. It's history, but I think it's captured in a way that feels modern, right? It captures the look of it, the feel of it. It's not Eat Your Vegetables, you know. It's a film that you sit in the theater, and it's a real cinematic spectacle.
I feel like this is a project, too, that really sticks with you once it's over. How do you keep the faith? How do you keep your faith?
Yeah. For me, as an actor, anytime you work on a piece, you take away some of the character. And I think the power of Peter's gratitude is one of the things that I took away. There's a great moment in the middle of the hell of it all, and he just puts his hands up in the air, right? And he just puts his hands up and he praises God in the middle of the hell that he's living. And I love that moment. That moment has helped me. You want to learn to even be grateful for your difficulties. There's a relationship between suffering and salvation that is, we hate that that's the case, but your suffering is where you get your wisdom from. Your suffering is where you find your way. So Peter has been really helpful for me with that.
You were talking about the difference between faith and a revelation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that Peter, in the writings that we were able to find in research, Peter had been beaten into a coma. And he said when he came out during the coma, he met God, right? And that's when I learned the idea of the difference between faith and revelation. And faith is when you're going on an inner knowing, and revelation is when you've actually been on your knees and heard the voice. You touched the third rail, So Peter is he's been quite a teacher for me.